What's going on YouTube? I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you are interested in purchasing my book, I will go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below. Today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things. I get a lot of ideas from online, and there was this article that I was reading today that was talking about if you grew up poor, frugal things you do in your adult life that make other people uncomfortable. I thought that this article, I get it. There's freelancers out there. They've got to make a living. These websites that are MSN.com, Yahoo.com, stuff like that, they have to find things to write about. And I totally get that. But here's the thing is that they will find these writers that have no idea what they're talking about, totally out of touch. And I don't understand how these articles even make it to print. So here's a couple of things that were in the articles that really stood out to me. Things that you do in childhood that when you're poor that you do as an adult that make people uncomfortable. Number one that I remember was taking food into a movie theater. Like you bring your own food and snacks. Me growing up, this is what you did. This is what everyone did. Everyone, like it was expected of you. Now, after 9/11, I remember going to the movie theater and they wouldn't let you take in any bags. You couldn't bring a purse or a backpack or anything else. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, what do? We can't, we're loaded up with snacks here. And I also remember when I was a little kid, my mom never carried a purse, and I don't carry a purse. If I need to carry something, I've always got a backpack, and if the occasion calls for it, I have a leather messenger bag, but I don't have a purse. I've only owned one purse in my entire life, and I used it one time. So, but I remember as a little kid, it was so rare that we went to the movies. It was so rare. But I remember one time going to the movies with my mom, and she brought in a purse, and she didn't carry a purse, and she was carrying it like a briefcase. Like, you know how women put it over their shoulder and they sling it and they walk all cute and everything? She was holding it down on her side like a briefcase. And I was like, Mom, what are you doing? They're gonna know. Like, you're 10 years old. They're like, Mom, be more conspicuous. Like, they can tell that you have food in there, as if the people even care anyways. Now, this is so outdated for a couple of reasons. Number one, everyone takes food and snacks into the movie theater, and it doesn't make anyone uncomfortable, as far as I can tell. Number two, movie theaters are seriously on a huge decline. We have a movie theater here that went out of business a long time ago. It's now used by Park and Recreation and the Chamber of Commerce. So we have a movie theater that does not show movies. One town over, the movie theater is now for sale. People just don't go to movies anymore. They simply a lot of movies just go straight out to streaming, and you can pay a premium. Like when you go to the movies, you pay $12, but now they're willing to pay $25 to watch it at home instead of going to the theater. So totally outdated advice. The second one that really got me was using coupons, how it makes people uncomfortable. Using a coupon has never... I was a cashier for I always had second jobs, and one of them was always a cashier or in retail. When people use coupons, in my brain as a cashier, I was like, hey, smart move, good job, you saved a lot of money. And then you can see at the bottom of the receipt, like, you saved this much, and it's like, hey, good job, how can I do that, Or maybe I can find this same coupon and I'll get the same deal because this person's smart with their money and I want to be smart with my money. Never once did I ever think it was considered strange or weird or inappropriate or made anyone uncomfortable, ever. Nowadays, and again, it's outdated advice, nowadays, everything's digital. So you go to Safeway weekly ads and you use a digital coupon and it's associated with your phone number, and you go up to the register and it just automatically calculates the coupon, the digital coupon. So people who are behind you in line or the cashier can't even tell that you're using a coupon because it's already been applied to your account. Doesn't make any sense. The third one that really got me, and this one, tell me if this makes any sense to you. It makes people uncomfortable when they go to a frugal person's house and their house is not updated. Okay. Okay. There's so many things wrong with this. Number one, it's not your house. You know, somebody's style might be different than yours. So I know of a couple people who are really into the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, and their entire houses are decorated in the style from that era. So they even have like the old stove that is like, I don't know if it's ceramic or porcelain or what. I don't know what these stoves are made of. It's not a normal stove. Their fridge are the old type that have like, you know, the illegal ones where kids suffocated in the fridge, and they have those old vintage fridges because they last forever, because that's their style. And a lot of these newer appliances are even coming out with the old look with the new technology. So you're not living there. What business? Who cares? Like, why would you care? Why would that bother you? Second thing that bothered me about this statement was, if you have friends that are going to your house and judging the way you decorate your house, why do you have friends like that? I would never have a friend that would ever say anything about that sort of. If my house were like really, really messy and disgusting and like there was nowhere to sit and it was just like you had to move a pile in order to sit down, somebody might say something to me, you know. But when you get to that point, it's like a hoarder thing and you might have a mental illness or depression or something like that. And I can see why a friend would be concerned, but my house is spick and span, spotless, clean, minimalist, kind of. I don't consider myself a minimalist, but other people consider me a minimalist, but I don't. I'm not. I just don't like clutter. But at the same time, I still own stuff. But I would never have somebody to my house that would criticize that sort of thing. Okay, when I first moved in here, I was a little bit embarrassed. I don't know if you guys remember, I did a couple videos with Beat the Bush. He's another YouTuber. I am a super fan of Beat the Bush. I watch all of his videos. And I contacted him to see, I think he suggested making a video together, and he came up here. But it was before I was able to make hardly any improvements. And my house was a dump. This was a huge fixer-upper. I mean, the ceilings were low. The bathroom was barely, the bathroom was bad. It wasn't dirty. It was just really claustrophobic in the bathroom. And the only thing I had done was like the bedrooms, and it was just a mess. And I was a little bit embarrassed to have him over, but I was like, you know what? If he's gonna be judging me for what it is now, and he already knows it's a fixer-upper and I'm in the process of fixing it up, then, you know, he might be a butthead if he like thinks it's horrible or won't touch anything because he thinks it's disgusting or something. But after I had redone, everything's done now. But after I redid the kitchen was one of the first things that I did. The bedrooms and then the kitchen. So the living room, the bathroom, the backyard, the front yard, the driveway, nothing was done. My aunt and uncle came in, and my aunt and uncle are super, super wealthy, high class society people. And I'm not nervous with them coming over. When they came in and they saw the kitchen, they hyper focused on the kitchen because it was the best part of the house that had just been renovated. And they were so sweet and gracious. They were like, "Can I take a picture of us in the kitchen?" Because they liked the way that I designed it. It was totally different from any design that they would have chose. Like, I have dark brown cabinets and stainless steel appliances, and at their house they have white appliances with white cabinets. So it's just totally different from anything that they would do. But they really, really liked it, and they appreciated it. And those are the type of people that I would invite to my house. I would never invite somebody over who would be like, "Oh my God, this you got on Wayfair? Why didn't you go to like Restoration Hardware? Their new Maxwell sofa is only $7,000. That's pocket change." Like, I would never hang out with somebody who was like that. And if you would hang out with somebody who's like that, I feel very sorry for you. Please find new friends. Find new friends that you can be yourself with. All right, folks, let me know what you think of these things. Do I make you uncomfortable with my house and taking snacks into the movie theater and using coupons? Does my lifestyle offend you? Does it? Do I offend you? I probably offend everyone, but do I offend you with my frugalness? Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.
Like yours. Well, what are you going to do? Oh, I have my papers and my research. No one's depending on me. And what I can't take care of, God can. Oh, I know you think I'm out of touch with reality, off in some religious never land. No, it's not that, Carl. No, it's all right. I understand perfectly. But I also know what I know. And God is a reality. Someday you're going to agree with me on that point. You're just too honest a man not to. Which reminds me, I too have a favor to ask of you, if I might. It's not much, but it would mean a great deal to me. Sure, whatever I can do to help. Now, I know this is not your cup of tea, but I need a sharp, critical mind to examine this. Now, feel free to make any suggestions. Your comments will be invaluable. Well, Carl, you're the expert on this kind of stuff.
Hey, baby girl.
You know that I don't believe in a literal interpretation.
Want to join us?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I will look at it. Oh. And I assure you